Risotto is a popular dish, but can take an awfully long time to make. You can't leave it for a second at the stovetop. You've got to stand, stir, add broth. So I decided it would be easier to make a chicken risotto dish if we used orzo pasta, and we'll call it chicken orzotto. Now, the pasta is going to require much less maintenance, much less supervision, and it's also going to add a little starch to the mixture, which is going to thicken it up and make it really perfect. So what we're going to do is begin with a hot pan, add in a little olive oil, and to that we're going to saute some chicken breast. Now this chicken breast has already been cut into about 1-inch cubes. Get that right in, you'll start to hear some sizzle. Perfect. We'll spread that around because we want to get this nice and cooked through. Now to this we're going to add a chopped large onion. Now this is going to sweat out along with the chicken as it cooks. Then we're going to add in some minced garlic for extra flavor. Then we're going to add in some lemon pepper seasoning. The great thing about this is that orzo pasta, once we add it later with some chicken stock, it's going to absolutely cook up in a flash, and this becomes a hearty, really delicious comfort food meal that is perfect for the cold weather months. All right, our chicken has cooked up beautifully. The onions are translucent. The garlic is super aromatic. We're ready for the pasta. Now remember, we're not putting in arborio rice as you would with risotto. We're putting in orzo pasta. This is going to cook a lot faster. It's also going to add a little starch to the mixture and thicken this up pretty quickly. Now we're going to add about 2 3/4 cups of low sodium chicken stock. Most chicken stock, if it's got full sodium, has a good amount of salt in it, so I like to cook with low sodium because you can always add more, you can't take away, so it's easier to do that. Then we're going to add in our orzo pasta. We're going to give this a bit of a stir. I'm also going to turn my heat up a little bit. What we want to do is bring this up to a simmer and cover it, and then it's going to cook all on its own. That pasta is going to absorb the liquid, it's going to release starch, it's going to thicken this dish up nicely. Then we're going to add a few more ingredients to finish this off, and you've got a great comfort food meal. So now all that orzo pasta has absorbed the chicken broth. It's cooked through and is really nice and creamy. It's also thickened up beautifully. Now we're going to add a little bit more flavor and also a little more something to thicken it up. Now, some parsley is going to add some great color to this dish. And the Parmesan cheese will add flavor, a bit more salt, and will also continue to help it thicken. And then to add a little bit more lemon flavor, some lemon zest. Remember, there's much more lemon flavor in the zest than there is the juice, which is why we use the lemon zest in this recipe. We'll give this a stir now. All you're really doing now is just folding this into the mixture. You can really smell the lemon, the chicken broth. The orzo is nice and creamy and tender. Boy, this is a nice dish. All right. Now we're ready to go into our serving bowl. Look at how creamy and perfect this is. Such a family favorite. Nice protein, creamy pasta. Beautiful, bright, fresh lemon flavor. And once we get this all settled into the dish, if you want to get a little fancy, take some lemon wedges and just fan fold them across the middle. It'll look extra impressive for company. And this, my friends, is your chicken orzotto.